Today's tropical weather update is brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.
Pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Antigua Barbuda Meteorological Service YouTube channel. I'm Shrissa Humphreys, here to give you an update on Tropical Storm Erin for today, Thursday, 14th August 2025. We currently have issued a tropical cyclone alert for Antigua and Barbuda and the rest of the Leeward and the British Virgin Islands. Now, a tropical storm alert is issued when a tropical storm has entered our monitored area of concern. However, Tropical Storm Erin is still too far away for us to issue any watches or warnings at this time, and if any watches or warnings are needed, that will be issued later on, but there are no current watches or warnings issued at this time. A tropical storm watch is issued when tropical storm conditions are possible in the watch area within 48 hours. So be mindful of that and continue to monitor the progress of Erin with us. In terms of what has happened today, there was a tropical wave which passed through the region, and we have issued a flash flood advisory that is valid for Antigua alone until midday today. And as we look at our satellite imagery, here we had the tropical wave that has moved across the area this morning. We experienced some heavy to moderate showers and some thunderstorms across the islands, specifically the Leeward Islands and Antigua and Barbuda today. The British Virgin Islands has not experienced these conditions yet. However, as the wave moves further to the west of the area, British Virgin Islands could experience some possible thunderstorm and some rainfall activity into the night. Now, as we look at Tropical Storm Erin, we see that it has continued to develop as it has this broad area of convective or thunderstorm activity just to the south of the center. As of 11 a.m., Erin was located at 16.4 degrees north or 49.7 degrees west. This is just 804 miles east of Antigua and 992 miles east of the British Virgin Islands. It has maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour with higher gusts, and it's currently still moving westward at 17 miles per hour. It is intensifying slightly, and the pressure has decreased to 999 millibars. And as we see the wrapping of the banding features with the rain bands in the outer parts of the storm, we see that Erin, it is in a favorable zone and it's continuing to strengthen. When we look at the forecast track, be mindful that the forecast track shows the possible center of where Tropical Storm Erin would pass in the next couple of days. We see by tomorrow Friday, possibly in the morning, Erin could become a hurricane, and as we move further on, it will remain a hurricane as it passes north of the Leeward and the British Virgin Islands. Using the forecast track, we have calculated a few of the closest point that the center of Erin could be to the north of the islands. For Barbuda, it is about 140 miles to the north, and will experience they could experience conditions on Saturday. For Antigua, it's 171 miles to the north, which is the closest it could be. For Anguilla, 134 miles to the north. And for Tortola in the British Virgin Islands, 156 miles to the north. This would be on Sunday for Tortola and the rest of the British Virgin Islands. Still be mindful that this is the current forecast track issued at 11 a.m. by National Hurricane Center, and any changes could occur between now and the next update. And also be mindful that even though this shows the possible track of Erin, there's still a slight possibility that Erin could deviate south or even north of the track. So be mindful of that and continue to monitor with us, but this is the current track we have at this time. Now we're going to look at our tropical storm force wind speed probabilities. This is the probability of getting tropical storm force winds of 39 miles per hour or higher. So currently Anguilla and the northern British Virgin Islands have a 40 to 50% chance of receiving tropical storm force winds. This is a moderate chance. For the rest of the islands, they have a lower chance, such as Barbuda and the southern British Virgin Islands have a 30 to 40% chance. Antigua and St. Kitts and Nevis have a 20 to 30% chance, while Montserrat has the lowest chance at 10 to 20% due to them being to the south of the system. As also, we like to stress that this could change as the Erin moves closer to the area. So continue to monitor with us at our next update, which could be at 5 p.m. this afternoon. So what are the potential impacts of what will be Tropical Storm or Hurricane Erin in the future? We would have some hazardous or breaking waves or surf, some rift currents on the sea, so be mindful of beachgoers, sea bathers, and even mariners that because of how the system is developing, the seas could be some high energy swells and seas could be generated from this, and there could be moderate sand erosion on the beaches. So those involved on the beach should be mindful of that. And also there is a very high potential for very heavy rainfall and possible flooding throughout the weekend, that is Friday night into Saturday and possibly Sunday, as rain bands continue to impact the area. This is also could be accompanied by gusty winds. So to summarize our key messages, we have a tropical cyclone alert issued for Tropical Storm Erin. This is for the Leeward and the British Virgin Islands, and of course Antigua and Barbuda. There are no watches or warnings issued at this time. However, this could change as Erin moves to the north or closer to the islands. So be mindful and keep monitoring the system with us. Heavy rainfall is possible and flooding along with gusty winds into the weekend. And of course, there will be hazardous sea conditions expected. So we encourage everyone to continue to monitor with us, as this is an opportune time to ensure that your hurricane season preparedness plans are in place as the season goes on. And of course, we are entering the peak of the hurricane season, so be mindful of that. And we'd like to remind you to keep abreast on our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on X, and on our website at antiguamet.com. Please check out our hotline for any more updates and continue to monitor Erin with us as the system continues to approach the area. I'm Trisha Humphreys, and have a safe and productive day.
Today's tropical weather update has been brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.